What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, I don't know why, evidently it's on auto somehow. I don't know how it got to be on auto. Wow, that's kind of freaky. Okay. Huh. So if I move over, don't know how that happened, but hey, let me just mess with the camera here. Okay. Yeah. Things these damn cell phones will do these days. So, we are now officially in Oxnard. The Dallas Cowboys players are all in training camp. Dak Prescott wasn't on the charter. Dak Prescott came a couple days early, getting into work, getting ready for the training camp. Tomorrow is conditioning, physicals, and all that. The first practice is actually Wednesday, which is basically a glorified walkthrough. They don't get in pads until Monday next week on the 1st, and we'll actually be there on the 2nd. We get into LA on the 1st, and then we'll drive to Oxnard, but we'll miss the morning practice because it's at 10, and I think we land at like 10:30 or so. But be that as it may, we will be in Oxnard for 4 of the practices, and I literally can't wait. Interesting thing. Now, let me preface it this. This is my own personal take, and I like to read between the lines. I like to read between the lines and see if there's something there beyond what's being spoken, because sometimes there really are. When you heard Amari Cooper talking about CeeDee Lamb ready being a number 1, there was definitely some stuff between the lines there, basically, when he said if Kellen Moore will allow him to be, okay? And that's where it's basically saying, he didn't with me. That's what I'm talking about when you're saying read between the lines. Jayron Kearse was talking about the defense, and he said the sky is the limit on this defense. We have the right guys here right now. We didn't lose anything. Now, maybe there's nothing there. Maybe there's nothing there. But to me, you lost Randy Gregory. We've been told by all the talking heads about how huge it is losing Randy Gregory. And, oh my God, you would have thought that we lost Lawrence Taylor in his heyday with Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory, mind you, who had rotator cuff surgery and probably will miss all of the training camp and possibly might be put on the PUP list. So for us to miss Randy Gregory, well, if we had him, we'd be missing Randy Gregory. And we have La'el Collins, who actually is on the PUP list right now with a hurt back. That's not to say that he might not be better next week, but here's my question right now is, how you hurt your back before we even have any contact? If you're telling me your back is a problem when you didn't have the problem at the end of the season, you've had that 7 months of time since the season was over, and your back is hurting you, that does not bode well for the bodyguard. I'm just saying, if you're the Cincinnati Bengals right now, you got to be wondering, oh shit, yeah. But Jayron Kearse, I believe the defense is in a great position. We didn't go out and let's be clear, we didn't go out and get any superstar players. I get that. But you know what? Jayron Kearse, Malik Hooker, Carlos Watkins are guys we went out and got last year that most guys didn't think much of. Those 3 guys came back, and those 3 guys are starters right now. A lot of people didn't necessarily think a lot of Micah Parsons, and you see what Micah Parsons became real quick. So having these guys, getting rid of the penalty magnet, you could see these guys learning the nuances and really being able to play together well. And you start looking at the pieces of a Sam Williams coming out there. Sam Williams, he can just be a speed rusher on the outside. You know that Neville Gallimore, who we looked at as being a starter, hyperextended his elbow and was out for about the first 11 games or so, 11 or 12 games. He's back. You know, we've got Quentin Bohannon that if he makes the team, he'll have another year of experience to be a big body in the middle. And we also added John Ridgeway. So it's conceivable that we may be a little bit better at stopping the run, that we may actually have a better pass rush because not only do you have Sam Williams, you also have Dante Fowler, and you also have Dorrance Armstrong. We can send wave after wave after wave of guys after them on the line. And I think that that's going to pay dividends. You're not going to see Diggs have 11 interceptions this year, but I think you're still going to see the Cowboys being able to take that ball away because of the philosophy of Dan Quinn. Yeah, I'm tired. I know it. I'm real tired. I'll be the first to tell you. I woke up this morning early and couldn't sleep because I felt like a kid at Christmas. And it's like, Mark, the only thing that's going to happen is they're just going to land at Oxnard. There's not going to be any practices. There's not going to be anything to talk about. But it was just so freaking exciting to know that now the offseason's over. One more thing before I get out of here, which is kind of funny. I've got this troll who is a Washington Commanders fan who still has the Washington Redskin logo. Okay? So that's the first problem on there. Second thing is, his name is Dak Ain't Good. That's truly an oxymoron. To say that Dak ain't good, when you look at the crap that you guys have been putting out for the last 30 years at quarterback, bro, you ain't got any room to talk about quarterback. Anything. And lastly, Kyler Murray is getting clowned. Kyler Murray is getting clowned because in his contract they put that you got to have 4 hours of extra study of the playbook. And that's bringing back shades of Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell, they gave him a playbook and said, we need you to study some extra, over the weekend or whatever it was. He came back and they said, hey, what'd you think of the playbook? I said, man, you guys threw up some good stuff. He didn't open it. So now, of course, everybody's kind of clowning Kyler Murray on that one. But hey, Kyler Murray, you just helped Lamar Jackson make sure that he's going to get a big-ass payday. So tomorrow, we'll have more on the Cowboys. The real stuff doesn't really start until next week, but hey, off-season's over, people. Final thought, you know how we are. Last words of the night. Make sure you tell the people you love them. Because you might not get the chance again. I love you guys, as well as you ladies, and even you trolls. Well, some of you trolls. Some of y'all need to get a life. Peace.